In a small coastal town of India, a child was born who would change the world. The year was 1869. The place was Porbandar. His name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. No one imagined his future then. He was shy. He was quiet. He was afraid of public speaking. Yet history was watching him closely. Gandhi grew up in a traditional Indian household. His father served as a government official. His mother was deeply religious. From her, Gandhi learned discipline. He learned fasting. He learned moral strength. Truth became important to him early in life. So did self-control. He believed actions mattered more than words. As a child, he was not extraordinary, but his conscience was strong. At 19, Gandhi traveled to England. He wanted to become a lawyer. London changed him. He faced loneliness. He faced identity struggles. He tried to fit in. He wore Western clothes. He learned English manners. Yet inside, he questioned everything. He read books on religion. He studied Christianity. He studied Islam. He studied Hindu philosophy deeply. After completing his studies, Gandhi returned to India. But success did not come easily. He failed as a lawyer. He felt lost. Then came a turning point. Gandhi accepted a job in South Africa. That journey changed his life forever. In South Africa, he faced racism. He faced humiliation. He was thrown out of a train. His crime was simple. He was Indian. That moment awakened him. He realized injustice was everywhere. He realized silence was dangerous. Fear slowly turned into courage. Gandhi began organizing people, not with weapons, not with violence, but with truth and with non-violence. This was the birth of Satyagraha, the power of truth, the power of peaceful resistance. Gandhi believed violence weakens the soul. He believed hatred multiplies suffering. He chose a different path. Years later, Gandhi returned to India. India was under British rule. The nation was wounded. The people were divided. Gandhi walked among the poor. He dressed like them. He lived like them. He spoke their language. He became the voice of millions. Without shouting, without anger, the people listened to him carefully because he lived what he spoke. He owned almost nothing, yet he carried immense moral power. Gandhi believed real strength comes from self-sacrifice. He believed freedom begins within the mind. He rejected luxury. He embraced simplicity. He spun his own cloth. He cleaned his own space. He showed dignity in labor. Villagers felt connected to him. Workers trusted him. Farmers followed him. Gandhi spoke of unity, Hindus and Muslims together, rich and poor together, men and women together. He believed division was the greatest enemy. He warned against hatred. He warned against revenge. British authorities watched him closely. They underestimated him at first. They saw no weapons. They saw no army. But they missed something powerful. They missed the strength of conscience. Gandhi's words traveled faster than orders. His silence spoke louder than speeches. When he fasted, the nation paused. When he marched, the world noticed. He did not promise comfort. He promised truth. He promised struggle. Millions were ready to walk with him, not because he forced them, but because he inspired them. A quiet man had become a movement. A simple life had become a revolution. India was no longer asleep, and the British Empire began to feel it.
India was restless now. The people were ready, but they needed direction. Gandhi chose a symbol, something small, something daily, something powerful: salt. The British controlled salt. Even the poor had to pay tax for it. Gandhi saw injustice in simplicity. In 1930, he made a decision, a bold one, a peaceful one. He announced a march. from Sabarmati Ashram to the sea, a distance of over 200 miles. Many doubted him, some laughed, some feared failure, but Gandhi walked, step by step, village by village. People joined him, old men, young women, farmers, students. The march grew larger each day. The world's media watched closely. When Gandhi reached the sea, he bent down. He picked up salt. That simple act broke the law and shook the British Empire. India erupted, peacefully, powerfully. People made salt everywhere. They refused British laws. They refused British goods. The British responded with force. Thousands were arrested. Beatings filled the streets. Yet no violence came back. Only silence, only resistance. Gandhi was arrested too, but the movement did not stop. Prisons overflowed, yet courage multiplied. The world began to understand this was not rebellion, this was moral resistance. American newspapers wrote about Gandhi. European leaders debated his methods. Gandhi became a global figure, a symbol of peaceful revolution. Back in India, women stepped forward for the first time in mass numbers. They marched, they protested, they faced batons. Unity grew stronger, across religion, across class. The British tried negotiations, then repression, then compromise. Gandhi attended the Round Table Conference in London. He wore simple clothes among powerful men in suits. His appearance shocked them. His ideas unsettled them. He spoke of India's poor. He spoke of dignity. He spoke of freedom, not revenge, not domination. When talks failed, Gandhi returned to struggle. Again, arrests followed. Again, suffering followed, but also hope. Children sang his name. Villagers repeated his words. Nonviolence was no longer theory, it was action. The British Empire was strong, but it was confused. How do you defeat a man who refuses to hate? Years passed. Sacrifices increased. India paid a heavy price, but the fire did not die. Freedom felt closer now, yet danger remained, because division was rising and time was running out. The final storm was approaching. The world was at war. Britain was weakening. India saw an opportunity. In 1942, Gandhi made his boldest call: quit India. Two simple words, one massive demand: leave India now. The British reacted immediately. They arrested Gandhi. They arrested leaders across the nation. India erupted again, this time angrier, this time restless. Railways were shut down. Telegraph lines were cut. Violence appeared in some places. Gandhi was deeply troubled. From prison, he fasted, not against the British, against Indian violence. He believed freedom without morality was another form of slavery. Years passed in uncertainty. Millions suffered. Then came 1947, the year of decision. Britain agreed to leave. Freedom was finally coming, but it came with pain. Partition was announced. India would be divided, India and Pakistan. Communal violence exploded. Cities burned. Families fled. Trains arrived filled with bodies. Villages were erased. Gandhi walked into the fire. He went where violence was worst. He spoke to killers and victims alike. He fasted again, this time almost unto death. His frail body stopped raging mobs. Men dropped weapons because they could not bear to see him die. India became free on August 15, 1947. Celebrations filled the streets, but Gandhi did not celebrate. He mourned division. He said freedom felt incomplete. On January 30, 1948, Gandhi walked to a prayer meeting. He was weak. He was calm. A man stepped forward. 3 shots rang out. The father of the nation fell.
The world stood still. Albert Einstein later said future generations would struggle to believe such a man ever lived. Gandhi died, but his idea did not. Nonviolence crossed borders, inspired civil rights movements, inspired freedom struggles worldwide. Martin Luther King Jr. followed his path. Nelson Mandela studied his methods. Gandhi proved something timeless, that moral courage can defeat physical power, that truth can outlive empires. His life was not perfect, but it was honest. He did not preach greatness, he practiced it quietly. Today the world remembers him not as a conqueror, but as a conscience, a reminder that the strongest weapon is a peaceful soul. If his story moved you, remember this lesson. Change begins with you. Like the video, share the story, subscribe for more history that shapes our world, because the past still speaks, and Gandhi is still listening. The silence after his death was heavy. Streets emptied, radios carried grief, millions cried together. Across borders, across beliefs, India felt orphaned, yet guided. His ashes were carried by rivers, waters that touched every corner of the land. World leaders sent messages, but common people sent tears. In villages, lamps burned all night. In cities, prayers echoed. Gandhi became memory, then lesson, then legacy. Schools taught his words, movements studied his methods. Some followed him perfectly, some misunderstood him, but no one ignored him. Statues rose, but even critics admitted one truth: he changed the rules of power. No throne, no army, no wealth, only belief. In a violent century, he chose peace. In a divided world, he chose unity. His questions remain unanswered. Can we be free without hate? Can we resist without destroying? Every generation must answer again. Gandhi never claimed perfection. He claimed responsibility. He asked people to be the change. That challenge still stands. History remembers kings by conquest, but remembers Gandhi by courage. Not the courage to fight, but the courage to forgive. His journey ended, but his experiment with truth continues. In every peaceful protest, in every moral stand, the world still walks in his footsteps. After the mourning faded, questions began to rise. What does Gandhi mean today? In a world of speed, he preached patience. In a world of noise, he trusted silence. Modern leaders study power. Gandhi studied restraint. He believed the end never justifies the means. That idea still challenges nations. Some call him unrealistic,